Hi everyone, thank you for 2000 subscribers. I never thought I could reach that amount of people following my dumb memes, but I guess some people like those memes. So, yeah, to just kind of make it a strong point or turning point in the blog, I asked you people to send me some questions. So, right now I'm gonna answer them. So there are multiple, so I have them in front of me because I cannot remember them all. So there are multiple categories. So some of them are linked to philosophy, but some of them are also linked more personal questions. So I'll start answering the philosophical questions first and then move my way until up to the personal questions. So the first one is, so Anonymous is asking me, can't find meaningfulness in my life. Not sure if it's philosophy or depression symptom. Philosophically, I like to think that one can and has to find his/her own meaning, but it seems I'm not finding one. What about you? So first, Anonymous, thank you for your question. And so maybe the first thing is, if you think you might be depressed, so I don't want to be like the mom friend or something, but maybe try to get help or discuss with someone. So I know I said I'm gonna go to personal questions after that, but I don't know, if you ask me questions, maybe you want my opinion on the topic. So maybe get help. I went through a depression state, and honestly, talking about it and seeing a specialist about it really helped. So philosophy, it's true, can make you have ask yourself more existential questions. But for me, I asked myself those questions even before I started philosophy. So it really depends on you. And so about finding the meaning of life, maybe instead of trying to think the meaning of life in general, you should maybe try to find meaning in some smaller things. So for instance, I really like to, so for me, the good life, okay, this is a complicated topic because the good life, as we know, is really difficult to define. What is it? Is it some hedonistic kind of definition we're looking for, or is it more like an objective list type of thing? What is it exactly? I don't know. I don't have the answer. I'm just someone doing memes and having a master's degree in philosophy. I'm not the authority on that. But myself, I try to just go for the simple things. So enjoying a nice meal, enjoying a nice evening with my friends, going for the nice stuff, even if it's a bit superficial, it's okay. Just do what you like. And maybe you'll find meaning. Or try to just for instance, if you like giving to people, maybe try to be in a students group, students association. Maybe if you're older, try to do I'm looking for the words in English. Volunteering, stuff like that you can go and help outside of your own sphere. That might be good for you. I don't know, but I hope it helped you. Okay, second one. So Anonymous, again, I don't know if it's the same one. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Says, well, since you insist and you're really cute, thank you. Here I am. I'm going to start university soon, and I don't know if I should give priority to a psychology faculty or literature one. There are many pros and cons. I'm not sure if literature will help finding a good job and things like that. I'm asking you because philosophy students tend to have the same problems. Thanks. So, thank you, Anonymous, for your question. So, first of all, I didn't personally go through this because actually, so I'm from Switzerland, and in my town, for the university, philosophy was only available through the Faculty of Arts and Humanities. So it was not linked to psychology in any way. And I could sense that through my courses because we didn't do psychology. I never saw Freud in class. But I know that this choice that you will have to make will depend on what interests you in philosophy. So if you're really someone who's into really theoretical philosophy and you really want to, for instance, do it's really difficult because many things intertwined. So what maybe you should think about is first what type of philosophy interests you, and also who do you want to work with? Because if I were you, what I would do is look at the different faculties and look at the different faculty members and look what their specialty are. And depending on that, I would choose. Honestly, if you go to psychology faculty or literature one, anyway, you're gonna be bro, or yeah, dude, or hun. You're gonna do philosophy. No one is never gonna advertise a job saying I want a philosopher outside of a philosophy faculty. So it really depends what you want to do with your life. If you want to be more on the psychology side, go to a psychology faculty. If you want to do more literature linked, like for instance, if you want to do aesthetics, maybe it's better to go to the literature one. I don't know. I never faced that problem. What I would really recommend is looking at the faculty members and what their strong points are. Depending on that, choose the area you like the best. That's what I would advise. I'm sorry if this doesn't answer quite well what you wanted, but yeah. So I really hope it helped. So third question from Captain Booksnob. Hey. So Captain Booksnob is making here an inside joke. I'm sorry for the other ones who didn't follow this. So quite a while back, probably 3 months ago, I joked about philobots, like all the porn bots we have on Tumblr. I joked saying like, hey, what if those porn bots was suddenly changed into philosophical bots and like was sending us philosophical stuff all the time? So Captain Booksnob's question is linked to this, and he's asking me, did the civilized philobots lose the war against the barbarian porn bots? Please say it isn't so. Perhaps the philobots should have formed an alliance with online advertising. I know. There are ethical issues when teaming up with online advertising, but sometimes a philobot has got to do what a philobot has got to do. Like maybe they could have sent the Angren philobot and the Slavozizek philobot as ambassadors, because what porn boat could compete with an intrusive pop-up about that backpack you vaguely remember Google searching? In the next philobotness in Wars, we will need to employ smarter tactics. Also, congratulations on the 2,000 followers. This is one of a question. Yeah, for sure. So this is really funny, and my answer to that would be, I don't want to have a name run philobot like sending me stuff. Honestly, this is terrible. Don't do this. I'm really glad porn bots are not a thing, and that I'm the owner of the porn bot URL. Yes. Thank you. So, fourth question. So, we are still linked to philosophy, but it's now mostly asking for my experience. So, Tina Twin is asking me, were you taught philosophy in high school, and did they taught it in a good way or not? So, yes, I was taught philosophy in high school, because here in Switzerland we are taught philosophy in high school for the last 2 years. So it's not mandatory for everyone, because not everybody goes to high school. I know it's complicated, like this is the Swiss system. So when I was 17 and 18, I was taught philosophy, and it was amazing. Okay, the first year I had one professor that was not... we did Plato, and honestly, this is not my jam. I know, yeah, but we were taught that, and we did other stuff, and like... Levi-Strauss and all this. It wasn't the type of things that were interesting me, and also it was really more literature based, and we were just like reading the book and not really engaging with it. I didn't think this was the best way to teach it. But on the last year, I did more other things, and this time the teacher was really engaging us with the material. And this time we were debating in class and all of that. And so the spirit that came with it, I really loved. And so that's why actually I chose philosophy to do at university, because I actually started in biology. Yup, I did 1 week. It was the longest week of my life. No, but like I really loved animals, and they were like, we are gonna inject those different cells and then like cut the mouse in pieces, and I was like, nope. So yeah, I changed. And also the problem I had with biology was that you are just like kind of a number between like 100 of other people, and you cannot really ask questions. And for me, university was supposed to be this place where you were like growing as a human being and like asking questions, and you were not just like learning everything by heart. I thought they would ask us to like engage with it and be critical about the material, but they didn't really do that. So that's why I changed. And I was like, where are people critical about the material? And I was like, philosophy. And at first I was like, I'm gonna do this for 1 year and then change faculty and then go to do zoology in another university. But here I am with a master's degree in philosophy and a blog about philosophy. So guess what? I really liked that last year. It was nice. So, and this is linked also to the second question that Tini, I'm sorry I cannot pronounce this. Tini Atuin is asking me, because she's asking me, how and when did you first get interested in philosophy? So as I just said, I got interested in high school because I really liked how we were engaging and just debating. I'm someone who likes to argue a lot, even if my family doesn't like it. So, and even before that, when I was a child, I was really into existential questions. So I was asking my mom, being 9 years old, being like, Mom, how do I know I'm not the puppet of some bigger force in the universe? And my mom was like, she didn't really answer. She couldn't answer. I was a big skeptic. I'm still a little bit of a skeptic, but not as much. I think it's getting better. I tend to stay away from those things right now because, metaphysics and existential questions, if I were doing those on a daily basis, I would go batshit crazy. So, and the last, now let's go back to a question from an anonymous, so still linked to classes. So anonymous is asking me, were you the Hermione in your classes? Because I was in mine. Yes, babe. So I was the student that was really chatty and like engaging with the material. So I think we can say I was the Hermione. But contrary to Hermione, I'm not a Gryffindor. I'm a Ravenclaw. Ha! Surprise! So yeah. So now another question by Tina Tuin. So do you read poetry? If yes, do you have a favorite poet or poem? If not, what is your favorite book in general? So no, I don't read poetry. I don't really enjoy it. I don't know, like I really like strong built universes and complicated, so not complicated stuff actually, because I read so much philosophy in my daily life that when I grab a book, I just like something easy to read. I mostly tend to gravitate towards like fantasy or science fiction books, or what they call in the United States YA, so young adult, even though I'm an adult. Yeah. But I still really enjoy it. And so, I don't read poetry, but for books, so I read a lot of YA, and one of my favorite book is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. It's really good, it's really nice, it has a diverse cast of protagonists, and I really love that. It's really well built, it's well written. So yeah, I have other books I love, and so it brings me back to another question. So I'm gonna try pronouncing your username. So anti-disestablishmentarianism FTW is asking me, yo, I desperately need book recs. I am currently aggressive Dostoevskying, but I want more. Also, congrats on the 2K or nearly 2K. So, I Dostoevsky, but I've googled it, so now I know what it's about. So I would recommend reading Balzac. So I tried to look so I mostly read about classics, so I'm a French speaker, a native French speaker, so I mostly read French books. And so I would recommend Balzac, because like the world building is amazing, it's about human conditions, it's really good. Then another book that's really good is W ou le souvenir d'enfance. So in English, W or The Memory of Childhood. It's really good, like it's an amazing book and I really loved it. So now some of my favorite books that I can recommend. I don't know if you'll like them, but I love them. So Six of Crows, as I said. Then I would read Les Liaisons Dangereuses. Amazing book, like for real. So it's Dangerous Liaison. They made a movie about it also, but the book. So much tea in it, like it's a drama, it's amazing, and Madame de Merteuil is the best character in all French literature. Yes. So then, if you like stuff that are more targeted towards teenagers but still have strong themes in them, I would recommend Noughts and Crosses by Mallory Blackman. Also in fantasy books, I really loved Legend by Mary Lou. It's really good. And if you like philosophy books that are really engaging with everyday themes, I would recommend reading René Girard, so the book from René Girard, which is called I See Satan Fall Like Lightning. Yes, there is a book called like that. It's an amazing book about all the bullying system and all of that. It's really interesting, so I would recommend that. So now, another question by Anonymous. So, what's your favorite quote? Like from a book or something? I don't know. So, I don't really have a favorite quote. I never thought about a favorite quote, but there's just one sentence in Six of Crows. I'm sorry, I'm obsessed with Six of Crows. Like, I love this book so much. Lee Badrigo, if you're watching this, I love you. So my favorite quote is "No mourners, no funerals," which is the motto they have in Six of Crows. I really like it. And so, another question by F.D. Kenta. So, do you play any tabletop RPG? So, I have played Dungeons and Dragons. I really loved it. It's amazing. But unfortunately, my Dungeon and Dragon group is currently living in Toronto. And I'm living in Geneva, Switzerland. So, it's difficult. And we tried to Skype to do it, but there's a 6 hours time difference, and it got really complicated. I couldn't hear them well, and it's just not the same. It's not the same. So yeah, I play Dungeons and Dragons. So if you're living near Geneva and want to play Dungeons and Dragons with me, hit me up. I would be so down for that, honestly. And finally, Anonymous is asking me, do you have a girlfriend with 3 O's? So I'm not Gru from Despicable Me, so I don't have a girlfriend, but in real life, I don't have a girlfriend either. No, so the situation is quite complicated, so I'm kind of in a platonic relationship. So emotionally, I wouldn't say I'm available, but I'm not really in relationships. So it's not really a girlfriend, but for me, it's a girlfriend. I don't know if it makes sense. So like we go on holidays together, we have dinner nights, date nights, stuff. We do many things, but we are not girlfriends. Yeah. What is a girlfriend? I don't know. So yeah, that was the last question. So I hope you all enjoyed this. I know it's a bit long. I'm gonna put the description below. So thank you so much for the 2,000 followers. I'm so happy about this. It's really amazing. I never thought, like, I started this blog in what was it? May? May, I think. No, March. It was March. How no, actually I know how, because thanks, Julia. Because you reblogged all my stuff, and so people know me now, so yeah. But thank you so much for sticking. Thank you for like reblogging. Thank you for interacting. I've seen so many cool things. I had people, so sometimes I look at the notes, and I had people say like, this is the best fucking blog on Tumblr, and I'm just, it makes me so happy. So yeah, thank you. It's amazing, and I'm really happy about this. So anyway, I'm friendly, at least I hope so. So if you want to send me messages, usually I answer them, because I don't receive that many messages. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. It was funny. I think it's the second time I'm gonna put my face on my blog. So yeah. And if you want to chat philosophy, if you want to chat other stuff, I'm here. And now I have some free time because I'm done with my master's thesis. So thanks for sticking. Thanks again. And yeah, I love you all.